Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap and also welcome to our today's lecture which is on fisheries. These questions would be useful both for NABARD Grade A and Grade B ARD as well as AFO mains exam. So if my voice is audible, kindly give me a thumbs up so that I can start with the session. Yes, Rahul. Yes, Rahul. What is your doubt? Okay, Smita, so my voice is audible. So we'll start with the session first. Rahul was asking some. Aniket, is my voice audible now? Okay. Yes, Rahul. Shall I start with the session? I just wanted to know what is your doubt. Okay, meanwhile, it's related to SEBI. Then I don't think I'll be able to clarify your doubt. But yes, you can post it here. I'll send it to the concerned person. Just post the doubt here. I'll send it to the concerned person. So, okay, we'll start with our session today. So friends, we'll be doing few important, very important MCQs on fisheries that would be useful as I have mentioned for both NABARD Grade A and Grade B as well as AFO exam. So before starting with the session, I have a small announcement here that we at EduTap, we have already started courses, individual courses as well as combo courses for RBI Grade B, SEBI Grade A and NABARD Grade A. And the courses would be available both on our site as well as EduTap app, so you can go through that for further queries or any clarifications. Next, so friends, AFO 2021 courses have been launched and I'll be providing you with the description, with the links in the description box so that you can avail the offers. And now let's start with the session. So the first question says Indian mackerel is, what is the scientific name of Indian mackerel? It is one type of fish, and the scientific name of Indian mackerel is, and this is highly rich in omega-3 fatty acids which are very useful for human health, especially for heart. So the Indian mackerel scientific name is Rastroliger Kanagutta, and this is the Indian mackerel. As you can see the photograph, it's a species of mackerel in the family Scombridae, and these are the various names with which it is known locally, like Bangdi in Gujarati, Bangda in Marathi, Kajol Gauri in Bengali, Aila in Malayalam, Kanan Keluti in Tamil, Bangude in Tulu, Konkani and Kannada. And the average length of Indian mackerel especially is 25 centimeters and maximum lifespan is 4 years, and as I have mentioned earlier, it is a good source of omega-3 fatty acids, that is EPA and DHA and protein, and it also provides vitamin D and selenium which are very much required for human body. Yes, Deepthi, when can we expect NABARD 2021 notification? See, Deepthi, last year we had notification on Jan 1st. So we are expecting the same thing, at least from Jan to Feb they should release the they should release the notification for NABARD 2021. Next question. What is the cropping frequency per year in extensive pond culture? See friends, just like regular agriculture cropping, in fisheries also, whenever they release the stock into the ponds or whenever they go for stocking, so there will be a cropping. Like once they release the stock, they give some time for the growth of that fish or prawns or shrimp, whatever that is being released, by maintaining all the requirements like water salinity, water temperature, feed, everything, and they give a proper time to them, 6 months to 8 months, or even sometimes few fishes they take 12 months also to grow. So after their optimum growth, they harvest it, and that particular one set of that releasing the stock and then harvesting, that's one cropping. So for extensive pond culture, what is the cropping frequency? That is how many crops can be taken per annum. Here for extensive pond culture, 2 croppings can be taken per annum. And here in extensive cropping culture, they usually use a big pond and the stocking rate is moderate, so that they'll give ample space and ample time for the fish to grow. So generally the production in extensive pond culture is low, which is less than 1 ton per hectare per year, because of the moderate stocking rate and in a big pond. And these are the first, these are natural or historically the first to evolve, and these are the least sophisticated. See, in intensive pond culture, what they do is everything is sophisticated. I mean, stocking, the type of see, there are various types of fishes like surface feeders, middle feeders, or column feeders, bottom feeders, or the bottom ones which they stay at bottom. So based on that also they release various types of fish, which again that can be that should be highly sophisticated, so that everything can be in place without damaging other species. They don't cannibalize each another. So in intensive that would be very sophisticated, but here in extensive, which is one the first to evolve in the history of fisheries, that is least sophisticated, and they have less yield, as you can say. So this is about the intensive or extensive pond culture. Next we are doing some one question on fish classification, that is fish taxonomy. And here, which of the following fish or fishes are classified as osteichthyes? This is one of the classes of fishes. Anyone? Aniket, Rahul, Deepthi, Kavya, Smita. I am not getting any answers. Is my net working, or is that you are not answering? No one? Rohu, Katla, Magur, flying fish, they all are classified under osteichthyes. See, this is the subphyla vertebrata that is divided into Agnatha, that is which lack jaws, they don't have jaws, and Gnatha, stomata, they bear jaws, which again are divided into 2 superclasses. See, generally divisions they give rise to classes, but here excuse me, they are classified into 2 subclasses, superclasses, that is species that bear fins like fishes, and tetrapoda that bear limbs. So this species again they are classified under 2 classes, that is chondrichthyes and osteichthyes, and the tetrapoda they are divided into amphibia, reptilia, aves and mammals. So here we are concerned with species, this particular class. this particular super class and these particular classes for our fisheries chapter. And in NABARD we don't go that much deep into the exact classification, everything. We have just superficial classification, but yes, for A4 all these in detail are required. So here these are nothing but they are bony fishes, they have bone, and the habitat is, it's mainly marine and freshwater, and the shape is usually bilaterally flattened, as you can see here. This is rohu fish. And exoskeleton, generally they have overlapping dermal, cosmoid, ganoid, cycloid, ctenoid scale. This is where these are the various types of scales. Based on the shape of the scales and the components and structure, they can be divided into various types which are mentioned here. And endoskeleton is also bony. Exoskeleton, they have overlapping scales, and endoskeleton, it's bony. And these bony fishes, they possess at least 5 pairs of gill slits protected by an operculum. See, when there are gills inside, there is a protective covering over the gills, which is nothing but a lateral flap of skin on this here. This is so here this particular structure is called as operculum. And fertilization usually external, that is oviparous. They don't give birth to young ones, they give they lay the eggs. So here this is about osteichthyes. And next is eelfish. Eelfish is a kind of fish which is it potadromous, anadromous, catadromous, amphidromous. This is based on the type of life cycle, how they perform, whether in marine water or fresh water, and how they move from marine to fresh, fresh to marine to complete their life cycle. They can be classified into these various types. And eelfish is a best example of catadromous. And what is this catadromous? Catadromous is nothing but these fishes, they migrate from fresh water to sea to spawn, to give rise to give birth to young ones. And anadromous, these are the fishes, those migrate from sea, opposite to catadromous, from sea to fresh water to spawn, that is salmon. And water amphidromous, these are the fishes that are born in freshwater or estuaries, that is very much near to the sea, then drift into the ocean as larvae before migrating back again into freshwater to grow into adults and then spawn. River goby and torrent fishes are the examples of amphidromous fishes. Potamodromous, these are the ones that are born upstream. See, river flows like this. So as per the currents that flow, based on that, that can be divided into upstream and downstream habitats. So here the potamodromous, they are born upstream freshwater habitats, then they migrate to downstream, but in still freshwater only. It's not that they are moving from fresh to marine or marine to fresh. They are in freshwater only, but they are born in upstream freshwater, and they are migrating to downstream as juveniles to grow into adults. Again they migrate to upstream to spawn. Examples are sickle fin red horse and flathead catfish, sorry. So here for potamodromous and amphidromous, just go through the examples, try to understand the basic process. Rest examples are very important. So this is all about how fish move from one location to other location based on the type of type of water that it requires to spawn, and that is divided into these 4 categories majorly. There are various other categories as well in them, but for us these 4 are very important. So before starting with this, Rahul, okay, if you didn't please mention. Yeah, Rahul, this is obvious. I think if aspirants are there, they have applied and they have cleared the mentioned prelims cutoff, obviously they will be allowed to attend the mains. I don't think there should be any, any issue or any problem with that. They have already mentioned that this is a cutoff, and if they cross that cutoff, obviously they'll be able to attend the mains. Hope your doubt is clarified. Hope I was able to clarify your doubt. Okay friends, let's get back to the session. The fish recently emerged from an egg is called as. Anyone? Smita is saying 4. Anyone else? Kavya, Rahul, Deepthi, anyone? Aniket? Okay, Smita, can you tell me what is the speciality of this hatchling? Kavya is saying it's one fry. Okay. Hatchling is correct. Smita, you are right, but I want to know what is the speciality of this hatchling. Anyone? This is one basic difference between hatchling and fry. See, hatchling, the fish that recently emerged from an egg is called hatchling, and the base of the yolk, it's still attached to hatchling because mouth is not formed in hatchling. They'll utilize the nutrients that are present in that yolk, in that sac. Yolk sac is present, attached to it. So as you can see here, this is the hatchling and this is the yolk sac. It is still attached to it because it doesn't have mouth to feed upon. Yes, they have food sac, that is a yolk sac, and see, the yolk sac still attached to its body, and this is the source of its food since mouth is not formed yet in hatchlings. And spawn is when your egg yolk is already absorbed and mouth begin to form. But this is generally a very rare term that is used, but 3 major forms are there. One is hatchling, second is fry, and third is fingerling. And fish will turn into fry when they reach 2 to 3 centimeters length and 7 to 10 days after spawn stage appear. So by this time the external shaped fish will, mouth will appear, and it already starts taking external food. Next, fingerling. See, it's just in the size of a finger, our human finger. It is approximately 15 centimeters, and the presence of functional stomach is an indicator that this is a stage which is very proper size that can be stocked in a pond. So generally fingerlings are the one that are released into the ponds as stock. So this is about the various stages in fish growth. Next, which of the following is not an Indian major carp? This question was asked in one of the previous year NABARD exams. That catadromous question was also asked. I think anadromous question was asked. Here we have covered catadromous question. So Rahul, yes Rahul, logically that's the correct thing. See, if everyone is clearing the mentioned or prescribed cutoff, obviously they'll get a chance to appear for the mains exam. So I think that should be, logically it should be correct. Okay, Smita is saying 4. Okay. Yes, Smita, it's correct. It is silver carp. Sir, why only Smita is answering? Where are the others? Yes, silver carp is not Indian major carp. It's Kamal Antal. Okay. Hypophthalmictis mollitrix. It's a species of freshwater cyprinid fish. It's one of the varieties of fish or families of fish, and a variety of Asian carp native to China and eastern Siberia, but not to India. Indian major carps only 3: Rohu, Mrigal, and Katla. And here this is usually farmed in polyculture. In polyculture you can release various types of fishes at a time. See, as per the fishes feeding habits, they can be divided into 3 major types. One is not even 3, even 4 also. Surface feeder, they feed on the surface of the the pond. Middle feeders or column feeders, they feed on the middle or sides of the ponds, and bottom feeders, they feed on the bottom of the pond. So based on these feeding habits, fishes, 3 to 4 varieties of fishes can be cultured at the same time, which is called as polyculture. So this way, since they feed in different zones, they won't be able to cannibalize each other's food or compete with each other for food or anything. So these can be cultured in polyculture. So silver carp generally, rather than going for monoculture, they are generally cultured in polyculture types only. And this silver carp reaches an average length of 60 to 100 centimeters, and it is one of the fast growing species of fish which can attain 1 kilogram of weight within 6 months of rearing. Generally, Indian these or whatever major carps, say more than 60% of Indian fish culture, they are from carps only. And in that also, mrigal, rohu and katla are the ones that are grown a lot. So this is about carps. Next, which of the, now we have done the migratory fishes, about amphidromus, anadromous, catadromous, petadromous. So here I want to know, I mean we have already discussed, so I am expecting answers from you guys. So which of the following here, which of the following fish or fishes migrate from sea to fresh water to spawn? Just now we have discussed Kavya is saying it's 2. Anadromous. See, I am stressing on these questions because this is one of the important questions that can be asked. Probability is very high. Smita is also saying 2. Yes, it is 2. It's anadromous. Catadromous is into sea water for spawning. As we have already studied, anadromous, sea to fresh. Catadromous, fresh water to sea. This actually I have mentioned is a potamodromous. It is potamodromous. Sorry. So this is about the migratory habits of fishes. Next, which of the following is or are cartilaginous fishes? Rather than bones, cartilage is present in them. Anyone? Cartilage is something that's not hard in structure. It's a soft bone, you can say soft bony structure. Dogfish, stingray, great white shark. Anyone? Smita, Kavya. Okay, here the correct answer is 4. All of these fishes are cartilaginous fishes. Yes, Kartika, it's 4th answer. All are cartilaginous fishes. As you can see here, chondrichthyes is a class that contains cartilaginous fishes. As we have seen the classification, osteichthyes and chondrichthyes, that we have done one question on osteichthyes. Here we are doing one on chondrichthyes. So here those osteichthyes, they are bony fishes. Here these are cartilaginous fishes, and these are jawed vertebrates with fins, scales, heart with chambers, spade nares, and skeletons made of cartilage rather than bone, which is very soft in nature. Now this chondrichthyes is again divided into 2 classes. Elasmobranchi, which contains sharks, rays, skates and sawfishes, and holocephali, which has chimeras, sometimes called as ghost sharks. And for these, fertilization is generally internal, development is usually live birth, that is ovoviviparous species, but sometimes they can even give birth through eggs also, that is oviparous, and some rare species are viviparous, but there is no parental care after birth. But however, some species, everywhere exceptions are always there. So here also they have that. And all chondrichthyans, they breathe through 5 to 7 pairs of gills. So this is all about the one of the major classes of species, that is chondrichthyes. Next, which fishery institute is engaged in harvest and post-harvest aspect of fisheries? These are the various fishery institutes: CIFE, CIBA, again CIFA and CIFT. Of all these, Central Institute of Fisheries Technology, CIFT, it is the institution or organization which which is considered as the only institute in India wherein research facilities are available in all disciplines, especially related to fishing and fish processing, that is harvest and post harvest aspect of fisheries. And this particular institute is headquartered in Matsyapuri, Wellington Island, Kochi, that is Kerala, and is a subsidiary of ICAR New Delhi, which is under the Ministry of, again, Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. And this is one that is engaged into research related to fishing and fish processing, that is harvest and post harvest. Now next, last question is again on the same lines, on fisheries institutes only. Next, which one of the following is deemed university for fishery education in India? Anyone? Oh, here already answer is mentioned, sorry. Okay. Yes, it is CIFE, that is Central Institute of Fisheries Education, CIFE. It's a deemed university again, and which has, yes, location Mumbai. Thanks, Lucas. And higher education for fisheries, fishery sciences especially in Mumbai. And this is one of the 4 deemed universities that are operating under ICAR. Other 3 are IVRA, Veterinary Research Institute, NDRI, Dairy Research Institute, and IARI. And SciFe, it was originally started in 1961 as a only in-service training center, but later they have started providing education, training and education to fisheries professionals, so as to equip them for the growing challenges in the fisheries sector. Then in 1989 it was conferred deemed university status by UGC, that is University Grant Commission. Oh. So Lucas, what did you do? You did your BSc Fishery Sciences? Yeah, Karthik, as part of these weekly lectures, I am taking you through various topics. I am trying to cover few important questions from each of those topics, and fisheries, especially fisheries, and I have to separately work on them. So I have already provided as much information as possible as part of our courses, fisheries chapter. We have one complete chapter on fisheries. Master and PhD. Okay. So, students, any questions, any doubts? Even if I'm not able to answer, I'll try to, So, Lucas, you have done BS Fishery Sciences, masters, or what exactly have you done? You're saying it's my college. You're doing studying there. So, Kartika, you have gone through the entire fisheries chapter 2021 course, or where did you go through? I mean, how did you get them? Actually, I just wanted to know, because see, as per NABARD or AFO, whatever I have covered in those in that chapter, that's more than sufficient. But if you are appearing for some other exam, if I know, then I'll be able to help you out. Smita, I take classes every Saturday. Oh, okay, Lucas. Okay. So you must be. These might be very easy questions for you. For NABARD also, they won't go in that. More applied based questions as such. I have taken few mix and match questions for both NABARD and AFO, so that both can benefit, from these classes. Yeah, Kartika, see, anatomy of finfish. Okay, so you're appearing for which exam, Kartika? See, as I mentioned earlier, whatever I had covered in that, it's completely purely based on, the type of exam for AFO and NABARD. ICR exam, so you are going for some PG course or something? Because I'm not able to get here. ICR, I could get that ICR exam. Actually, I don't have much idea about ICR exam. So when I did my BSc Agri, I had this ICR exam and manage and NIAM exam on the same day. So I had to forego my ICR exam and I went for that. So okay, so PG only. So I'll confirm with one of my friends, Kartika. Then I'll let you know how much marks are enough for ICR marks. I'll get whatever information I can get from them. I have so many friends in ICR this thing. PG friends, PhD friends. Most of them are even working as professors, assistant professors in various colleges in India. I'll try to get some information. Even I don't have much idea about ICR exam. I had applied but I couldn't even attend the exam. PG course only. Okay. Kartika, next class, sure, you'll get your information on this. So, any more questions, any more doubts? You are welcome, Kartika. Okay, no questions. So, can I call it a day? Okay, thanks a lot, guys, for your patient listening. So, let's meet in our next class next Saturday. Meanwhile, you can watch my videos, especially for AFO. I have been, running a series for AFO, wherein we are covering daily few questions. Whatever I can do, I am doing. We are covering all the important topics for AFO, and we are trying to cover few important questions. Yeah, Karthik, I'll try to find it out which institute is best for PG as well, and sure, I'll try to get as much information as possible on this. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great weekend. Bye.